Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. This presentation addresses the Diagnostic Trouble Code DTC P0344, specifically related to the CMP Sensor A circuit in the Honda CRV models from 2017 to 2022. The CMP stands for Camshaft Position Sensor, an essential component for the Engine Control Module, ECM, to manage ignition timing and fuel injection. When DTC P0344 is triggered, it indicates an intermittent interruption in the CMP Sensor A circuit, which could lead to engine performance issues, such as rough idling and poor acceleration. Understanding the role of the CMP sensor and its connection to the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, is crucial for accurate diagnosis and repair. The goal of this guide is to provide a structured troubleshooting process for effective resolution of this error code. We will cover the components affected, potential causes, symptoms, and a step-by-step troubleshooting approach based on the diagnostic information available. The CMP Sensor A, Camshaft Position Sensor A, plays a critical role in monitoring the position of the camshaft, which aids the Engine Control Module, ECM, in timing the ignition and fuel injection processes efficiently. This sensor is typically located near the camshaft at the intake side of the engine, close to the cylinder head cover. A failure or interruption in the sensor circuit can lead to improper timing, which may cause the engine to run poorly or stall. The connectivity between the CMP Sensor A and the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, is vital. The PCM utilizes data from the CMP sensor to adjust engine functions in real time. A fault in this connection results in DTC P0344 being triggered, which alerts the technician to potential electrical issues or sensor failure. If unresolved, it can lead to significant engine performance setbacks, impacting fuel efficiency and drivability. Several potential causes could lead to the DTC P0344 being triggered. First, poor electrical connections or loose terminals at the CMP Sensor A and the PCM may interrupt the circuit. Loose or corroded connections can result in inconsistent signals being sent to the PCM. Second, the CMP Sensor A itself could be faulty. It may have developed internal issues, affecting its ability to read camshaft position accurately. Third, problems within the PCM could also lead to misinterpretation of the signals from the CMP sensor. Finally, a damaged CMP pulse plate A on the intake camshaft can interfere with normal operation. Each of these causes highlights the importance of a thorough inspection of the circuit and components involved to ensure proper functionality. The symptoms associated with DTC P0344 can vary from mild to severe. One prevalent sign is rough engine idle, where the engine struggles to maintain a steady RPM when at a stop, severely affecting driving comfort. Another observable symptom is poor acceleration. The engine may hesitate or lack power during acceleration, indicating timing issues that stem from faulty signals. A check engine light will commonly illuminate on the dashboard, alerting the driver to the issue. Furthermore, intermittent engine stalling can occur if the CMP data fails, leading the engine to shut off unexpectedly, which is dangerous while driving. Being cognizant of these symptoms is crucial for early diagnosis, thus preventing more drastic engine problems down the line. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0344 involves verifying the problem through a systematic process. Start by turning the vehicle to on mode without starting the engine. Next, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear any stored DTCs. This step resets the vehicle's diagnostic system and prepares it for re-evaluation. After clearing the codes, start the engine and let it idle for 10 seconds. During this idle period, Closely monitor the onboard diagnostics (OBD) status using the HDS, specifically checking the DTC menu for the presence of P0344. If the HDS indicates failed, the issue is confirmed, and you should proceed to the next step. Conversely, if passed appears, consider further investigation into the underlying issues, while not completed, suggests continuing to idle until a conclusive status is displayed. In this step, conduct a test drive of the Honda CRV to further verify the problem associated with DTC P0344. Drive the vehicle for several minutes, allowing the system to operate under normal driving conditions while also evaluating the recorded freeze data parameters, including engine speed and vehicle speed. After the test drive, use the HDS to monitor the OBD status once more for DTC P0344. If the HDS indicates failed, the failure is successfully duplicated, prompting you to proceed to the next troubleshooting step. However, if the HDS indicates passed, it means there may be an intermittent failure, and the system appears to be functional at that moment. In this case, check for poor connections or loose terminals at CMP Sensor A and the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, for any physical issues that may have been missed earlier. Step 3 involves a thorough inspection of the circuit connectors and terminals associated with the CMP Sensor A and the PCM. Begin by looking for any signs of poor connections or loose terminals at the CMP Sensor A. This inspection is crucial because even a slightly compromised connection can lead to intermittent issues that trigger DTC P0344. Next, check the connections at the PCM, as poor contact here can directly affect the signals interpreted by the powertrain management system. Additionally, ensure that the engine ground and body ground connections are secure and free from corrosion, as these grounds contribute significantly to the circuitry's stability. If you find issues at any of these locations, it will be necessary to repair or tighten these connections before moving forward. The final step in troubleshooting DTC P0344 focuses on conducting a visual inspection of the CMP pulse plate A located on the intake camshaft. To access the pulse plate, you will need to carefully remove the cylinder head cover. Once exposed, examine the CMP pulse plate A for any signs of damage, wear, or misalignment. Any physical damage to the pulse plate can hinder proper function, which may result in the triggering of DTC P0344. If you determine that the pulse plate is indeed damaged, it will necessitate the replacement of the entire intake camshaft, as these components are typically integral to one another. In contrast, if the pulse plate appears to be undamaged, the next logical step is to replace CMP Sensor A, restoring functionality to the Camshaft Position Detection System and resolving the intermittent interruption error. After completing the necessary repairs for DTC P0344, it is critical to verify that the issues have been resolved. Begin this process by using the Honda Diagnostic System HDS to clear any remaining DTCs from the vehicle's memory. Once cleared, perform a test drive under various conditions to ensure that the system operates smoothly without interruption. After the test drive, check the OBD status for DTC P0344 once more through the HDS. Confirming that the previously stored code does not reappear indicates that the circuit is functioning properly and that the repairs performed were successful. This final verification step is essential to ensure that both the vehicle's performance and reliability have been restored post-repair. Implementing a preventive maintenance routine is essential to avoid potential future issues related to DTC P0344. Regularly inspect all electrical connections, particularly those pertaining to the CMP Sensor A and PCM, to ensure they remain secure and free of corrosion. Keeping the engine ground and body ground clean preserves the circuit's integrity and prevents intermittent connections that may lead to errors. Additionally, it is advisable to service the CMP sensor periodically, as wear and environmental factors may degrade its performance over time. Being proactive in these areas can significantly enhance the longevity and reliability of your Honda CR-V's engine management system, ensuring optimal performance and early identification of potential problems. In summary, DTC P0344 presents an important indication of issues within the CMP Sensor A circuit in the Honda CR-V from 2017 to 2022. A systematic approach to troubleshooting is vital, starting with problem verification, followed by inspections of electrical connections, and concluding with checks on the CMP pulse plate and sensor itself. The identification and resolution of these issues are crucial for maintaining engine performance and reliability. Additionally, proactive preventive maintenance is recommended to ensure ongoing reliability and minimize the risk of encountering similar issues in the future. By adhering to these guidelines, you can ensure your vehicle runs smoothly while avoiding the performance pitfalls associated with DTC P0344. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.